Alex Eala's Dubai takeover. A new era begins. What's up, everyone? So here's the thing about last night in Dubai. You might have seen the headlines and thought, yeah, another tennis upset. But trust me when I say this wasn't just another match. Picture this, it's a Tuesday night. First round qualifying at a WTA 1000 event. Normally these early matches? Pretty standard stuff. Some die-hard tennis fans, maybe a few hundred people scattered around, polite golf claps between points. You know the vibe. Except last night completely shattered that mold. The Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships just experienced something I've genuinely never seen before at this level of competition. And I'm talking thousands of people absolutely losing their minds over a 20-year-old player most casual fans have never heard of. Her name? Alex Eala. When a qualifier feels like a final look, I've covered tennis for years. I've seen the legends play. The atmosphere last night? Journalists who've been covering this sport for decades are saying they've never experienced anything quite like it. We're talking World Cup final energy. Concert-level noise. All for a qualifier. The Filipino community in the UAE showed up in force, and when I say force, I mean they brought Sunday final intensity to a Tuesday night warm-up match. Flags everywhere. Chants that didn't stop. The kind of passionate support that usually takes years to build. This is what happens when a sport finally gives a massive community someone to rally behind. Eala walked out to face Hailey Baptiste, and the place erupted. We're talking decibel levels that rival Federer and Nadal in their absolute prime. Security genuinely looked overwhelmed. Tournament organizers were scrambling to figure out how to handle crowds they never expected for these early rounds. And here's what makes this significant. Tennis has been searching for its next cultural icon since Serena Williams stepped back. Yeah, we've got incredible champions right now. Iga Swiatek is absolutely dominant. Aryna Sabalenka brings serious power. But who's got that pull that makes someone who's never watched tennis before buy a ticket and wait in line for hours? Last night, Eala answered that question loud and clear. Hashtag the match itself. She advanced. Beat Baptiste 6-4 in the first set, then Baptiste had to retire in the second due to an abdominal injury while down 0-1. Not the cleanest finish, but here's what matters. Eala had to earn that first set. Baptiste pushed her. Made her work for every single point. Eala fell behind early, had to dig herself out, stay patient, and actually play smart tennis under absolutely insane pressure. A year ago? She might have crumbled. But this version of Alex Eala knows how to handle the moment. When Baptiste retired and the umpire called the match, you'd think Eala had just won Wimbledon. The crowd went absolutely nuclear. People reaching over barriers just to get close. Screaming her name during changeovers. Trying to grab her towel like it's a concert souvenir. That's not normal tennis behavior. That's rockstar territory. Hashtag why everyone's freaking out. Dubai has nearly 1 million Filipino expats. They've built this city, worked in every sector you can imagine, but in sports? They've mostly been on the sidelines watching other people's heroes. Eala changed everything. She's not just a tennis player to them. She's representation. She's proof. She's someone who reflects their own story, working abroad, fighting to make it, overcoming odds. That creates a connection way deeper than just being a fan of good tennis. Tournament director Sulla Talik gets it now. He's publicly acknowledged what's happening. 3,000 employees at Dubai Duty Free alone are Filipino. That's not just a demographic stat. That's an army that buys tickets, wears merch, and creates an atmosphere unlike anything else on tour. Even Jasmine Paolini, the world number 8 who Eala faces next, has admitted she's never encountered anything like this for a player ranked 40th in the world. She called Eala huge for tennis, and you could tell she wasn't just being polite. She sounded genuinely cautious. Hashtag what's actually happening here. Let me put this in perspective. Last year at this time, Eala wasn't even in the top 150. Now she's cracked the top 40 and climbing. That's not hype. That's real progress backed by actual results. But the Eala era isn't just about rankings. It's about what she represents for Southeast Asian tennis. China had Li Na. Japan has Naomi Osaka. But Southeast Asia? It's been waiting for someone like this. The WTA knows what's at stake here. They're desperate for a star who can unlock that Southeast Asian market, 600 million people. Eala's social media engagement rivals top 5 players. Her matches guarantee sold-out crowds. She's basically a marketing department's dream. And that financial power gives her staying power. Even if she hits a rough patch, her ability to fill seats means she'll get opportunities. Though based on how she's playing, she won't need favors. She's earning every bit of this. The real test ahead. Next up, Jasmine Paolini. Grand Slam finalist. 8th in the world. Fast, consistent, battle-tested at the highest level. This is where we find out how real this is. Paolini's walking into a hostile environment. Not because she's done anything wrong, she's actually super likable. But she's standing between the crowd and their hero's story. That atmosphere is going to be intense. If Eala can compete with Paolini, or even pull off the upset, different conversation entirely. That's not just a ranking boost. That's a statement that she can handle elite competition while carrying an entire nation's hopes on her shoulders. The bigger picture, there's a Filipino concept called bayanihan, communal unity, everyone working together toward a common goal. The image that comes to mind is a whole village lifting a house together. That's what happened in Dubai. Those fans weren't just spectators. They were actively trying to carry Eala through every tough moment. When she was down, they got louder. When she won a big point, it was pure release. This gives Eala a legitimate advantage. It rattles opponents. It gives her extra energy when she's tired. Wherever there's a significant Filipino diaspora, Middle East, Europe, North America, she's got a built-in home court. Tennis organizers are still figuring out how to handle it. At one point, security asked fans to sit down and be quiet. Good luck with that. You can't stop a tidal wave. You just have to ride it out. Hashtag what happens next. The business side of tennis is already adjusting. Eala's face is about to be on every billboard in Dubai. Her endorsement value is skyrocketing. Networks want to broadcast her matches, even the early rounds. She's becoming what basketball calls a franchise player, someone you build your marketing around. But let's be real about something. The work's just beginning. The hype is fun. The rockstar label is cool. But Paolini isn't going to be intimidated by loud fans. She's bringing everything she's got. This next match tells us whether the hysteria translates into championship-level tennis. Can Eala harness this energy into something she's never achieved before? Can she shock Dubai not just with her popularity, but with her actual play? Hashtag final thoughts. Every once in a while in sports, you get a moment that cuts through all the noise. Something that makes you stop what you're doing and actually pay attention. Last night in Dubai was one of those moments. Eala didn't just beat Hailey Baptiste. She turned a tennis stadium into something bigger, a celebration of identity, representation, and possibility. She proved an Asian woman can be the biggest draw on the card. She showed you can be ranked outside the top 30 and still be the most beloved person in the building. The old guard is shifting. Fresh energy is revitalizing this sport. And whether you're a hardcore tennis fan or just someone who loves great sports stories, you cannot look away from what's happening here. To the fans who showed up in Dubai, you set the bar. The WTA will be talking about that atmosphere for the rest of the year. And to Alex Eala, the stage is yours. The lights are bright. The noise is deafening. The world is watching. Let's see what you do next. We'll be covering every angle of that Paolini showdown. This story is just getting started, and I have a feeling the shockwaves are only beginning. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.